I have a vision about fresh, quality, healthy food. And what makes me proud with this cafe is we were able to execute it.
What's cooking at the new Intuit Cafe?
I'm not an entrepreneur. I am an intrapreneur. I am convinced of it. So when someone says Valerie Coleman Morris is a small business, I have to remind myself that it is.
When it comes to managing money, the buck starts here. Those stories and more coming up this week at Intuit.
Welcome to This Week at Intuit, October 8th, 2012.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dallin Bills.
And I'm Sarah Nixon. We're here filling in for Scott Caplener and Holly Perez, who are getting some well-deserved time off. I support industry analyst relations and make sure that the Forresters and IDCs of the world represent Intuit accurately. Dallin's one of our rotational development program associates. They're kind of superheroes here at Intuit. But can you explain what that means exactly?
Absolutely. The Rotational Development Program is a 2-year program where people directly out of undergrad have the opportunity to rotate around the company, seeing various functional areas and other business units. It's a fantastic way to start off your career.
Sounds like a great opportunity. And we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Last week, we toured Intuit's new campus center. This week, we get a behind-the-scenes look at my favorite place, the very gourmet-looking cafe. It's where we feed hungry innovators with fresh, healthy fare and local products, combined with a dash of technology.
So we're getting food almost 5 days a week. Fresh produce, fresh meat. It's not frozen. We're cleaning it ourselves. Fish, we're filleting it ourselves. And we're going to local seafood companies also for all these products. This station changes every day. Something new. And we use the Mongolian grill for grill to cook food. It's a perfect grill to come and do different things. One day it will be Asian noodle stir fry. Another day it will be a Korean grill. But another day, Persian kebabs. A lot of times you're building your salad, you don't know how many calories you have, but you'll be able to start off with some of the basic mixed greens. When you come down, you can build it, and in your head, you're counting how many calories, because everything is listed per ounce. 5 calories, 6 calories, 4 calories. But as you walk down, we loaded the stuff with the higher calories, with the proteins, the eggs, the tofu, the cheese. But we're also getting ready to build for the future technology, more web food ordering, items like that. Right now we have an iPad ordering system as you walk in, and I think in the future what we're going to end up doing is trying to stick one of these iPads in every building. You have 19 different buildings here, and you want to make sure that instead of coming to the cafe and placing your order, before you even walk out the door, you can have your order, so when you come into the cafe, you don't have to wait in line. The Bay Area has a lot of local companies, a lot of organics, and we work with all our vendors. It's very important to not only the Bay Area community, but to the Intuit employees as well. I have a vision about fresh, quality, healthy food. And what makes me proud with this cafe is we were able to execute it.
Wow, all that talk about food is making me hungry. Have you been over to the new cafe yet?
I have. It's fantastic. And speaking of hunger, if you've got an appetite for innovation and strategic thinking, Intuit is hiring a senior product manager for QuickBooks. The position is based here in Mountain View. For more on this and other job opportunities, apply at intuitcareers.com.
Our customer of the week may look a little familiar. She's Valerie Coleman Morris, a former CNN anchor turned author. Her first brush with money came at age 8 when she tried to use an English shilling in a Philadelphia vending machine. Not good. She's learned a lot since then and believes that taking control of your life starts with taking control of your money.
Please welcome Valerie Coleman Morris. How are you?
I am very good. How are you?
Good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm an Air Force kid. Military kids either love it or hate it. I loved it. I felt like I was a global citizen long before it became popular. What's interesting is the passion to be a business journalist was given to me. I didn't have it. It wasn't organic. I was living and working in New York. Lou Dobbs, who was then the head of Moneyline, called my agent and said he'd like to talk to me. I said, I'm not a business anchor. He then said, could I have lunch? And I said, okay, fine. We met. And he said, I don't need any more numbers crunchers. What I need are people who can have living room conversations with people about money. I could do that. My book is called It's Your Money, so take it personally. I want to help people move forward with this book. So this book talks about setting goals and accomplishing them, because goals are very important with life, but certainly in money. So a short-term goal of what can I do between right now and 2 years? 2 years to 5 years, 5 years and beyond. And what that does, I think, is it helps people understand there is a way of getting out of this circumstance. I talk about not looking at what you don't control, look at what you do control. And so I knew what was wrong, and I'd go back over, but you can't delete there. You can delete here, but not that one. I'm not an entrepreneur. I am an intrapreneur. I am convinced of it. So when someone says Valerie Coleman Morris is a small business, I have to remind myself that it is.
You're up to date?
I'm very up to date with everything. If you'll notice on the deposits, my finances have always been in very pristine shape. It's just that it was always hands-on. I write down every single thing I spend. That's my little notebook before QuickBooks. And in it, it was every single thing that I would spend, no matter how small or how large. And so I recorded it. I could tell you precisely where all my money was going. It was then categorized, but it was categorized manually, so that all of my receipts I save, they are then categorized and put together and totaled, and then that's how it would go to my accountant.
I grew up with QuickBooks. I'm a QuickBooks baby. I've used it for the past 15 years, and I didn't know there was really a competitor. I always thought it was just, oh, QuickBooks, this is what I use. Perfect.
QuickBooks is going to allow me to quickly give to my accountant for tax time and beyond the information that I need. I don't have to touch it again. I just have to click it. Isn't that good?
You can learn more about Valerie and her new book at valeriecolemanmorris.com.
You liked us on Facebook, and once again, it's our turn to thank you for liking us. Congratulations to Rosa Covarrubias and Octaviano Jr. I hope I got your names right. 2 of our newest BFFs. They just won vintage items from Jules Vintage. We'll be in touch to tell you how to cash in.
Wow, congratulations. Hey, I don't even think we're connected on Facebook yet, are we?
We need to change that after this.
Right away. Well, that's it for this week at Into It. It's been fun sitting in. I'm Sarah Nixon.
And I'm Dallin Bills. Thanks for watching. Scott and Holly will be back next week.
This is the Intuit Network.